It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Coming up, we have a good one for you between the Detroit Lions and the New York Giants. We're just 2 steps away from the Super Bowl, and we're underway in this NFC divisional matchup. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10.
Ready!
First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. And lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. I'm a more aggressive call on second.
Ready?
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Let's go now. 70, step on the look. Ready?
Complete left side. It's just long. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45. Give him 8 on that one. And the Lions have a first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Throwing from the gun here. Ooh, that one's nearly intercepted. The defense read that one perfectly. A poor choice to make that throw. 2nd down coming up.
Quarterback with his renown, Kate, I'm not surprised at all to see him throw it in the double coverage early. And that incompletion, well, it's just going to fuel his confidence that much more to keep forcing it.
Not the way you want to start your game, but the pick was dropped, so the opening drive continuing now with 2nd down.
19, Dodger. Hook 19. Come 19. 19 tight. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
They're going to try and throw it here. Connects on one to Jameson Williams. And after making a catch, he is decked quickly at the 38. That play good for 17 and a first down.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
60 Vices. 60 Vices.
Back now, pressure coming. Caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And their next snap is going to come from the red zone, Brock. He's down to that 17-yard line. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that is good for Detroit first down.
A gain of 21 yards. And the Lions first down.
60 Maverick. 60, 18 Rodgers. 8, 6, ready. Viking 8, ready.
Working inside the red zone. Dumped off to his running back. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. Offense up to the line fast.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the 8-yard line.
This is Gibbs on 2nd down. Yes, hit! Ball is out! And it looks like the Giants got to that one. It looked like those 6 points were theirs. They were right there on the horizon, but a very disappointing way for that to end, as instead they turned it over down near the goal line.
Yeah, I think the word I'd use here, Kate, is bittersweet, because it wasn't all bad. That opening drive still made it right to the edge of the end zone. A lot to build on here, but man, what a painful way for that drive to end.
They'll run here on first down. And they'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
While that run may not have moved the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3.
Get it. Ready, ready.
Another carry for him. It's the tackle. And they're going to take him down finally, but not before he puts his own goal line well in that rearview mirror. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And it's good for a New York first down.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this piece down.
Ready, ready.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. This gets forward to around the 29. Justin Reed with the tackle.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front and to give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
Come on, come on. Hey. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Let's go.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Chased out to his right. He can run it. And a gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face 3rd down.
You know, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, and then you're looking for that first down marker. He found one of the two, but the defense and that effort swarming after him, well, it denies the first down.
70 Ranger. Let's go now.
From the gun on 3rd down. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. And, partner, I think we just got to look at what's going to be one of their biggest challenges in this one, operating quick enough to neutralize that pass rush.
That's right. And I know it's very, very early, obviously the opening drive, but hits like that compound. That's why defenses stress it each and every week to get after the quarterback, because hits like that can have an effect throughout.
They can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
10. 70 Lions. 60 Vikings.
First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And this is going to be halted just before he can reach the 30. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
All set now. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's again to Dillon. Giving the Pepper on that carry. 2nd down coming up.
Hey, that's a run that's hold on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door. Bigger gap in the future.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
19 Tiger. Dragon 60. Mustang 19, 18, 5, trap 60, trap 60. Go.
Shotgun snap, they'll throw. Finds Gibbs out of the backfield. And he's brought down after a short gain.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
70 Lions. Warriors 70.
He's going to throw this one. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Intended target there was Sam Laporta. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. The Lions readying for the punt. And plenty of hang time on this one. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him.
Ready.
Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10.
Ready.
Takes the handoff. Now to throw. Lobs this deep down the middle. Cut near the goal line. And that's a New York touchdown. The Giants take the lead on the first play of the drive. Each round of the playoffs, Brock, getting some early points becomes more and more important. And they're on the board here in the divisional round.
Pretty tricky round for a lot of teams to get through, which makes some early momentum, to your point, all the more valuable. They're doing all they can to avoid getting tripped up before that conference title affair.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35. This, our last play of the quarter.
Here we go. Set. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. 19 Lions. 60 Bobcats. 79 Broncos. 19 tight. 19 tight. Top 19.
And they're going to throw out of the gun. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. That'll do it for one quarter of this NFC divisional round matchup. 7-0 is our score. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. Back and beginning the second quarter. Lions in possession. They're looking at first down here. Throwing from the gun. Finds his man over the middle. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. And goes to the hurry up here.
First down. A gain of 12. First down, Detroit.
Working on first down. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's when you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So it's 2nd and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line.
Nice hot, 60 Bobcats, 60.
Throwing it again here. That's complete to Sam Laporta. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Quick throw to the left is complete. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions start to fight back with their first points of this game. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. Kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Return starts from the goal line. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Giants lining things up. 1st and 10.
Ready.
Plowing up the middle. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2.
Here we go. Ready.
They give it to him again. Has a lane past the 45. And they'll finally get him at the 35-yard line. That one goes for 31 yards. And the Giants are going to have the first down.
I'll tell you what, kid, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
It'll be this group's job, watching the film, to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
Here we go, here we go.
Right side, quick pass, complete. And no touchdown here. Just needed a few more, but this one goes out at the 3. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Kate, that play so indicative of why tight ends in this league have become just an X factor. Right, they're big. They can block at the line of scrimmage, but the elite guys, well, they've got that speed, and they can take something short and make a difference with it down the field.
Defense still reeling from that last play. Now they're defending 1st and goal from the 3.
Come on. Bronco switch. Bronco cooking.
They'll try and punch it in. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Well, not much scoring to this point as we've reached our 2-minute warning. Stick around. More from MetLife Stadium on the other side. Another chance to get that lone yard. Here's 2nd and goal.
Let's go.
He's going to keep this one. The charge into traffic, but the line doesn't budge. They stall him out short. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That's a bit earlier than we're used to typically seeing a QB sneak called, Kate. And even with the surprise factor, the defense, well, they didn't make it easy on them.
Ready.
Big moment here in this divisional round game, Bronk, as they line up for 3rd and goal.
Ready. Pat the 60. Pat the 60. Let's go.
Pass play now. And the defender comes away with it. Brian Branch has it.
Hey, defensively, when you're staring down 3rd and goal, you just want to keep them out of the end zone. Just keep them to a field goal, right? Wrong. Not with this defense. And not with their playmakers. They're thinking take it away, and they get the job done.
Got it. Ready.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Catch the Eagles. Pat for 11.
Airing it out to start this drive. Hits his running back. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8. 2nd down.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you can see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The 2 were right there, and then netted some positive yards.
Ready. Ready.
Handoff to Gibbs from the gun. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. 6-yard gain on the play. And the Lions have a 1st down.
Looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
79 Broncos. 18 left. 65. 19 tight. Not.
To throw here on 1st down. A quick slant. Here's Laporta. Fighting his way through, but he lost the football. But it looked like the Lions were able to fall on it, so possession stays with them. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock, but now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Yeah, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
That's to the sideline. It's a catch by Williams. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. A gain of 15 there. And that is good for a Detroit first down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
The Giants using their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, let's give them a little love right here, okay? They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Let's go now.
Gibbs runs it in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions get some late points and the lead. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Lions break that tie and now lead by 7. The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. His return starts at the 5. He's brought down just inside the 25.
At their own 23-yard line.
A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive.
Here we go. Set. Cowboy 80. Go.
Back to work after throwing the pick. Short pass brought in. And he pushes it up across the 30 before going out.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Offensive line. This is 2nd and 4. Detroit calls timeout. It's 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
On the jump.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Panther 11. Panther 11. Let's go. Top row 18. Mustang 9.
They're throwing it. Hits him on the out route. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And it's good for a New York first down.
Hold the ready. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. Got it. 13. Pioneer. Ready.
Looking in the air here. Throwing the out route complete. And he's able to cross midfield before going out.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Come back, team. 65. Come on.
Looking for a pass on 2nd and short. On the left side. And out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
On the set.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
60. 70. Here we go. Here we go.
They are throwing it again. Taking a chance to the end zone. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
I don't think there's any question. This is going to be a close game when it's all said and done because it's awfully tight here at the half. And that field goal, that gives them a little more confidence running into the locker room.
And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a touchback. This is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And they're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Somebody is going to the NFC Championship game from this one. Let's find out who as our second half gets underway. Returnable from the 2. And this drive will start inside the 25.
At their own 23-yard line.
New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Strike.
Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. He's still going at the 30. And this gets close to the red zone. He is inside the 25.
What an injection of momentum for the offense on that play. With the energy boost and a much shorter field, I predict it's not going to be long, Kate, till they finish this series off.
So as we all recover from that last play, it's 1st and 10 near the red zone. Makes the connection. This is Jaden Blue. And he takes it in. Touchdown, New York. The Giants take the lead right away in half number 2. So that, Rob, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while. But that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Giants push their lead to 3.
14.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35.
Okay, ready?
Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. Crosses midfield, still going. And he will get this to the end zone for a Detroit touchdown. The Lions grab the lead on their first series of the half. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10.
Ready? 70 Timberwolves.
They'll throw to begin this drive. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled for a short gain.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot. Give your quarterback a chance.
Second down now, they need 7.
Ready?
Back to Neighbors, and he's got it. And he's not going to get the first. He made it real close, though. It's Indy Bronx. A gain of 5, third down coming up.
6 brings up 3rd and 1.
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs.
Viking 18.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move the chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
At the 48-yard line.
Ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down.
Come on.
Sticking to the air here. Dumps it off to his running back. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
So first down from the 41.
Let's go now.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And the Giants are going to have the first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. Escapes the pocket. And get this forward to about the 28. Yaya Diaby brings him down.
The positive of that effort, he didn't go backwards, didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on second down.
8 yards to go, and let's see how they approach this second down.
Here we go, Scott. 18 cop.
That's complete right side. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
That's a gain of 4. Now 3rd and
5. This is going to be play number 8 of this drive as they set up for 3rd and 5.
Ready?
I'll throw it. Man, and Neighbors has it. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal. And that right there is about the best you can hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
Here's a give on 1st and goal. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. He gets 4 yards on the carry, and that's going to leave him just a yard out on 2nd and goal.
That run now has put them in such a great spot, Kate. You get a run like that inside the 1st and goal situations, there's a whole lot of confidence when you break the huddle.
Got it. Ready?
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1.
60. Here we go. Hawk 70. Mustang 19.
Line up the design keeper. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Giants take a lead just before the end of the 3rd. They broke got the design run for him there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, hey, QB, do your thing, get a 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it, Kate, because it really gives you an extra hack, right, an extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go run it in for 6. A defensive nightmare, an offensive touchdown.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10.
Dragon 60. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
They'll throw to start the drive. He's going deep this time. Brought in inside the 20. He is down all the way to that 15-yard line.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
On the red zone now. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they face 2nd down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Cougars, go.
Dropping back to throw. Brought in. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
And the Lions, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
We're down to 1 quarter to play in this NFC divisional round matchup. It's Lions football. Their season down to its final quarter if they can't erase this deficit. Got that chip shot in their back pocket to tie it. A chance at the lead here first, though. 1st and goal. Trying to run with Gibbs. Not able to make a push for that goal line. He's hit for a loss back at the 3.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
He brings it in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions take a 4th quarter lead. Now a try to go up by 4, put it out of the range of a field goal. The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions take a 4-point lead. The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. He's going to field this at the 2. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
New York to the line. 1st and 10.
Ready.
Here's the handoff. Finds a seam. Left side. He's off to the races. It's a New York touchdown. The Giants take a 4th quarter lead.
And there's the danger of dime coverage. A bunch of little guys on the field that love cover. They may not tackle so well. It opens up a run lane. He took huge advantage of it.
Is to go up by a field goal here in the 4th. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Giants push their lead to 3.
Giants 31, Lions 28.
defense has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10.
60 Eagles, 60, Panther 11, Panther 11. Warriors 70, 79 Bronx, 19 Lions.
Airing it out to start this drive. To the right, he's got to Sloan. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. They get 19 on that pickup. And the Lions have a 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. To the air now on 1st and 10. Finds him over the middle. This is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Put the ball in your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Throwing it again here. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Big moment here in this divisional round game, Bronk, as they line up for 3rd and goal. Throwing from the gun. And that's going to be a touchdown. It's on the board for now. But will it stand? We got to see what this flag is all about. After the holding call, they're going to need even more now on 3rd down.
Come on. Hit. 70 Lions.
He'll throw it. He brings it in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions take a 4th quarter lead.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket, but sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by it.
That one splits the uprights. And the Lions take a 4-point lead. The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. Starting from the 5. Big shot at the end of that run back as he gets it just past the 20.
Yeah, really with I should practice out of here, boy, because I got all the hits, boy. All that drink you got to chill. I be on my little mouse.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
60 Bobcat. Panther 60, Panther 60.
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. He's trying to lay this one in deep down the right side. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
And that's good for a few. It brings up 3rd down.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Lions in the nickel. This is 3rd down.
79 Broncos. 60.
Back to throw it. A throw left side, caught by Neighbors. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 7-yard line.
It's a gain of 22 yards. And the Giants first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 46. Hand off to the back. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
First down from the 42.
Here we go. Back
to the well again. He scampers ahead for about 4. It's second down now. We'll get a stoppage here. Looks like there's a Giant in some discomfort following that play. Four yards on that first down run. Here's second and 6.
Get it. Ready.
A third down run with Blue. Ooh, they're on that one. Second down's going to end up in a loss of yards. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
18, Warriors 17. Panther 11, Panther 11. Let's go.
He's back to throw. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB. Over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
Down a score. They're going to go for this on fourth down. Desperation time here. This could decide things. It's intercepted. Justin Reed has the INT. And the Lions regain possession as he makes the 30th interception of his career. First down now, ball at the 33.
Here we go, here we go.
Drive begins with Gibbs. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. The Giants using their first timeout. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
He's going to throw it. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
Hot 70, Cowboy 80. Dragon 60, Mustang 19, 60 Maverick, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. 19 Lion, Warrior 17. Go.
Looking to throw. He put everything he had into this one. This is caught inside the 15. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
You know, Ken, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Lions holding a 4-point lead. A touchdown would put this one to bed. A few shots at it here, starting with 1st and goal. Oh, there's another one to Williams. And he's in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here. But his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his 2nd touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game? Yep. Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. That one right down the middle. And the Lions drive their lead to 11. The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot.
Okay, ready?
So 1st down from the 41.
Ready.
Here's a throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Catch is made down the right sideline. He's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. 16 on the pickup. And it's good for a New York 1st down.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, and some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
Now the Lions calling timeouts. They're 1st. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the 1st.
Ready.
Need to work as quick as you can here, Brock. 2 timeouts left, down 2 scores. It's 1st down.
70 Lions. 70 Rangers. 77 Pirates. 19 tight. 19 tight. Ready.
Still sticking with the passing game. Trying to push deep downfield. And the downfield call is going to go unanswered. Defender saw to that. That incompletion means it's 2nd down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate. That was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
Ready, set.
So it's 2nd and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line.
Let's go. 18, Dragon 60. Ready.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Going deep here for the end zone. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he was showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there can be more interceptions.
19-18. Warriors 70. 79 Broncos.
Throwing now. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much at training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Short pass brought in. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out. It's an 8-yard gain and a great call there on 4th down. Keeps this drive moving.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
They set up the screen to Neighbors. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
How's your block shedding out there, boys? Because they need to get through some blocks to hang that screen up quickly. And they were Johnny on the spot.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Ready? 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Brian Branch has it.
Well, Kate, that's far from the first time we've seen him throw into the wrong team, but this one was probably the most costly.
All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10.
Get it. Go.
Here's a counter give to Gibbs. And he needed his 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3.
Ready? Check 60, check 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Oh, Gronk, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Downfield, and Tisserand has it. And this is going to take him up and across midfield there at the opposing 45. So the Lions get the win on the road. And they pulled off the rare and elusive road win in the postseason, which means their journey